Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be looking at Ravencoin, RVN. Is this run finally over, or do we got a little bit of pump left in the tank? Let's find out. Okay, so just first off, anybody that joined my live stream last night, appreciate it. Thanks for showing up and asking the questions, and we went over some charts. It was a good time. We streamed for about 2.5 hours. Man, my voice is a little bit raw this morning after talking that long, but let's see if we can get through this. So I was on Twitter earlier, just a little bit earlier, and I was talking about how we got some divergences going on, and we've got some braid filters turning red and whatnot. And I just thought I'd make a video to clear it up for everybody on Twitter and also anybody who watches this video. So let's see what's going on. Normally I like to start on the higher time frames, but this time I'm going to start on the lower time frames and move up, because we've got some action happening here after the Ethereum merge, and honestly it's a little bit concerning for me, if you're a Ravencoin holder, that is. So let's take a peek. I'm on the 4-hour time frame, and as you can see, all the way back since September 9th, so 6 days ago, we've been starting to move up in this channel. So we've been hitting the top, coming back down, hitting the top, down, top, down. We finally came up, and back here we hit this. This is our long-term resistance line that goes all the way back to our very last pump in Ravencoin, which brought us to 29-ish cents, somewhere around there. So we hit that and got heavily rejected with this wick. Then we came up with a body candle and we hit it again and got rejected. Now, in the tweet that I put out earlier today, I said that we've got, this run could possibly be over, which it can, and there are some signs saying that, which I'll show you here in a second. But the good news is we did come up and we hit this resistance line, and we are attempting to break out, but we just don't have, we just don't have enough steam yet. So the good news is we could just be coming back down to consolidate for a little while underneath the price of this line, and then finally make our breakout. It's possible, but let's go ahead and look at the bad news here. So the bad news is we broke down out of this parallel channel here. So not only did we break through the 20 EMA, but we broke down below the parallel channel, and we created a new lower low. So as you can see, here was our low before, right around the 0.57, and we just barely poked down and created a new lower low. Now it looks like we're trying to come back up. My guess is we're going to come back up and retest around the 0.625, which was resistance and support. And so either around there, maybe wick up to retest the bottom of this parallel channel. That'd be my guess. So yeah, I think we're going to come up right around here. The RSI is still holding above the 50 on the 4-hour, which is good. But the bad news here is, just like on my tweet earlier, I was showing you on the 12-hour on the tweet, we've got price action moving up. Let me make this blue and a little bit darker, or a little bit thicker so we can see it. We've got price action moving up. So we got a high here, a higher high, and a higher high. But the RSI is showing a high here, a lower high, and a lower high. So what that's called is bearish divergence. It means that price is moving up, but the the oscillator here on the RSI is moving down, which means that we're losing momentum. Now in the live stream, I also talked about us losing momentum, because if you look at the Fibonacci's, you can tell that as well. So from down here on the bottom to the top here, we were holding the 382 Fibonacci. Okay, so that's really good. That's bullish. And then we moved to the next one, and we go from bottom to top, and now you can barely see it because it's getting kind of covered, but we tapped the 618. So we went from the 382 all the way down to the 618. And last night in my live stream, I was kind of concerned a little bit because we had come all the way down to the 786, which, let me see if I can get this darker here so it's more visible. So we had come all the way down to the 786. So we were right over here, I believe, last night when we were on the live stream. We finally broke through the 786, and now we've hit the basically the starting point. So we've been losing momentum on this drive. Also, you can tell that we're losing momentum based off of how much we pump. So back here, we pumped 75%. Then our next pump was only 45%. And then this last pump was only 35%. So the amount of momentum that we're getting, the steam we have, is kind of running low. So that was also a telltale sign that we're running out of steam. So one thing I also was pointing out on Twitter, let's go over to the 12-hour now, so we're going to move up, is, so not only do we have the bearish divergence, lower highs on the RSI, higher highs on the price, but we also have our very first red on the braid filter. Now we still have 7 hours for this to play out, so if we get a massive pump up and this turns green again, that could also change the RSI as well. That could bring us back up, you know, at a higher point up here, which might give us a higher high on the RSI, which would invalidate this bearish divergence. But having us get that kind of a pump seems a little unlikely. We're already down 16% on the day. I could see us going sideways around here for quite a while, possibly in between the 7 and the 5 cent level, just kind of dancing around here for quite a bit. That's actually the most bullish scenario. I think if we start dropping below this line here at 5 cents, then we're starting to create even lower lows on the higher time frame, which is not good. We're probably going to come back down and retest this 200 and the 50 EMA right around 3 and 4 cents here. If we do fall below this, and where I'm getting this information from is, so we fell out of our parallel channel here. We've got the red on the braid filter on the 12-hour, and if we zoom out and we go back to our previous pump here, which took us, you know, from 2 cents all the way up to 29 cents. Okay, so we had higher highs, and we kept going up, and then finally on the braid filter here, we had our very first red on the braid filter, and we also had a lower low on the RSI. The volume started to drop down lower. And what did we do? We did a sideways run here for a very long time. So from that red braid filter, which brought us back to the 20 EMA, we did a sideways run for 77 days. So it was quite a while. So, and we actually even came back up so we came down to the 14 cent level, and we even came all the way back up, and we're hitting the 25, 26 level somewhere on there quite a few times actually. So once here, and then over here again, and then finally we just lost all the steam. And as you can see, we continue to drop and drop in the RSI. Our volume is just, you know, nothing down here. And then once we broke below the 200 EMA on the 12-hour, I mean, we had a little fake out here, but once we finally broke below it and we held below it, that's when we started to get this fall. So that's what I've been looking at is last time we had that red on the braid filter, we kind of just went sideways and we finally were done. And that was after our big pump back here. So we just had another pretty decent pump over here, and we're finally getting that red braid filter. And the volume is starting to go down. Now, like I said, we could go sideways here for quite a bit, and we could get back up to the 7 cent level and just start dancing around here, which is very possible. I don't see us dropping, you know, all the way down to 3 or 4 cents in the next couple of days. I mean, I'd hope not. If we did, there's definitely something wrong. But, you know, we also got that support right here, right around 4 cents, where we had resistance, and then resistance, and we finally broke through that too. So that's also at the 50 EMA as well, and the 200 EMA is just below that. So again, just expect sideways action. That'd be what I'm expecting for the next few days to maybe a month or so. Who knows? But the one thing to look at in the hopium for this whole thing is if we can, now I'm going to say we've got to close, I mean, at least a 4-hour, preferably a daily candle above the I'd say 750 level. If we can get to 0750 and we close a candle, a 4-hour or a daily candle, preferably above there, then I would say all of this is invalidated and we've got a better chance of moving to the upside. That's what I got on Ravencoin right now. I appreciate everybody that's been following me on Twitter. If you've not yet, go down to the description below and you can find the link for that. Please like this video, share this video. I'm just a dude on his computer, not a financial advisor. So yeah, take it as it is and talk to you later.